New Vulcan ball. Game 1, time in 0-0-2.
Right away, Tyson McGuffin attacking cross court.
1-0-2.
And Eric Oncins responds accordingly. Side out quickly for Rafa Hewett, the lefty, commanding the right.
1-1. Second serve.
Rafa and Noe, ironically, part of the
0-1-2.
good string of successes on the tour, taking down J-Dub and Gabe twice in 2 or 3 tournaments. So Rafa's a gamer.
Yeah.
He comes alive on championship court. He's not afraid of these guys who he's been around for 4+ years.
1-0-1.
He's a fiery one.
Second serve.
So remind us, for those that didn't tune in yesterday, as to what your
1-0-2.
mindset was in trading for a guy like Eric Oncins after this.
Point.
Probably not a timely time to do that with a miss,
No,
but
that's fine. I mean, we got to zoom out. We got to zoom out on team rosters and a schedule and on the tour. And you know, we envision in 2, 4, 6 months
2-0-2.
with his ceiling and work ethic, being down in Boca alongside Christian, I think they can be some of the most dangerous men in MLP. And I think we're going to be an extremely dangerous mixed team as they partner with Etta
3-0-2.
and Tina. So, again, it's all working equation, and we have so much pickleball every week that it's sometimes hard to take a breather at times and just say, hey, like, everyone's on a trajectory, and we'll see where Eric and all the other upside picks go within Premier and Challenger.
Point.
they're on the board. Heavy drive. Expect the energy to pick up on Rafa Hewett's side. Thrives off that. Tweener ATP defense. Well deep for Deckelbar.
2-3-1.
Nice. How about that shot for Oncins? Threading the needle.
Three, 3-1. Second serve. 3-3-2.
Ooh, held that right there, Rafa. Nice job. Choosing a good spot. I think one underappreciated change from all of my anecdotal kind of conversations within MLP is we're switching to side out. 1 game to 11.
Yes. Wow. Great setup from Oncins. Great close from Rafa. And yeah, that does change things quite a bit.
And I think that really enables a lot more calculated aggression. You know, we had Kwong and Christian, some of the best serves, best drives. We never explicitly said go and poach, because with rally, you're slightly off, or someone makes an amazing counter, you're down 1. You know, but here with side out, it's you can take these chances of advancing up the court and really trying to close that gap.
6-3-2. Point. Timeout receiver. 7-3-2.
Heavy run for Savannah Championship courts. Hewett and Oncins taking control of the match. Onisha Smith is laying down the law. Tyson McGuffin is not in agreement with the foot fault charged on his side.
8-3-2. Point.
This is very much some of the formula that they use against J-Dub and Gabe. Again, great hands, elite players, but if they're sleeping a little bit or just not ready for the pace of crash and bash, you can make these deep runs.
Wow.
Start out.
I think it's worth a challenge. Don't you think? Oh,
That's
good
what
to
my
me.
instinct said, but
3-9-1.
Rafa confidently saying that was out, so.
Second
If
serve.
we're honest, if Rafa is confidently calling the ball out, I will defer to him in that case. If he's hesitating, I would challenge.
3-9-2. Point.
Life. Crowd clearly on the side of McGuffin and Barr.
4-9-2.
And Big D gets in the mix. Makes it a 4-point game.
5-9-2.
Really sharp angle there from Rafa, catching Tyson a little off guard. And Tyson is so steady. I think we ran the MLP stats for last season. He was the highest rated male for how many touches you can go without an unforced. And I think he was like at 40-something. Just an incredible testament to his mental and physical consistency.
Speaking of angles, here's one from Deckel. Yeah, that's a great point by you.
9-5-2.
Perhaps overshadowed.
Point. Game point.
And this is, going back to that MLP side out discussion, unwinding the stack introduces so much opportunity for pressure off the thirds, whether it's a drip or a drive.
10-5-2.
Unwinding that in both gendered and mixed is a real athletic element that I think fans should be able to see.
How about this? Rafa Hewett and Eric Oncins steal the first off McGuffin and Barr. Game one, what happened?
Driving crash. Got stuck on the odd, so had to unwind quite a few times. And Rafa and Eric bringing a lot of pressure on those dipping third shot drives.
Whoa, Rafa Hewett rounding him up early in game two.
Around the post and up.
Love that. Add it to the marketing campaign.
One dag joke. We're moving on.
Add it to the marketing campaign. Oh, almost got a hold of it. Eric Oncins moves like a gazelle.
He does.
He
does. And
really swift mover.
Signature Rafa point there.
Yeah.
Scrambles, incredible D. And instead of continuing to work the point at the kitchen, takes this low percentage speed up.
In case you didn't know, that ball was out. Eric Oncins made sure Rafa Hewett did not touch it.
0-1-2.
Ooh.
Point.
Wide open, cross court. What was happening there? Eric Oncins missed the cue to scooch to his left. Was holding the line, and Rafa Hewett said, hey, I was on my way over. Ooh, that was clean, and, well, he said good, and then he said out, and then he said good.
All right, side out.
It's a hard one to disagree with because it's so close.
I mean, Donna and Onisha too. Or they don't necessarily make the judgment.
No, Deckelbar was frustrated with that indecision of a call and responds appropriately.
Three, 1-2.
Oh, unfortunate tag off the tape. Tyson McGuffin sighs in disbelief.
Yeah, Tyson and Deckel right now, a lot of shared frustration. I think how quickly and aggressively game one came out the gate, and
1-3-1.
That line call and some net cords makes it pretty hard to block out.
Heavy drive from Oncins, a millimeter over the tape. Great precision. Winner of this one, by the way, will face Martin Emmerich and Daniel De La Rosa. Took out Colin Johns and Noe Cliff, the 7 seed.
Point.
But you can never count out two veterans like Deckel and Tyson. You know, they had that string of, I think, they went 7 for 9 on semis within men's last tour season. So they've been through a lot together.
Second serve. Three, 3-2.
No, nifty ATP sequence for the pop-up finish into the net for Oncins, but the ability and the upside is clearly on display for Eric Oncins.
3-3-1.
Crafty play from Rafa Hewett. That Adidas paddle puts it on his head.
3-3-2.
So crash and bash of their own.
Love that. Flowery forehand, Tyson McGuffin. Off the tape, but a great step-in anticipation play from Eric Oncins. Finds the open line, gets the ball back.
Rafa doing a good job in the cross-court pattern with Tyson. He's one of the rare males on tour that can really roll in consistently and not pay the price for it. So him handling that cross-court pattern is a good testament to the focus Rafa has right now.
Oncins with a reset. Capitalization. Wow.
Four, 4-1.
The Texas Ranchers are on to something. Eric Oncins with another great play. This guy is shining. Can't pump your tires too much, Ryan.
5-4-1.
Never over for sure. And it's a long season on the tour. 22 plus events, 25 matches in MLP.
Through the middle. Firefight splits the difference. And Rafa Hewett is howling.
6-4-2. Side out.
6-4-2, the scoreline now. 4-6-1 on the side of Tyson McGuffin.
4-6-1.
Heavy drive from Deckelbar. He can play too.
Notable that they've been returning to Deckel through this match, trying to prevent that silky Tyson drop and getting poached off of by Deckel, but
that style is working.
Yeah.
Drive and crash.
6-6-1.
Tie game. 6 apiece. And Deckelbar tags Oncins. On the ball's way out, didn't matter. 1 point lead is theirs.
7-6-1.
What a get by Tyson.
Second serve. Seven, 6-2.
Oh, almost an athletic get from Rafa. Couldn't get there. Hip pocket secured by Tyson McGuffin. 2 point lead is theirs now.
8-6-2.
Trying to avoid the upset. Big Deckelbar serve incoming. Oh, wow, wild end to the point.
Great defense there from Deckel. I mean, that was a silky smooth reset. But Rafa's had some real opportunities on the ATP so far.
6-8-1. Point.
And a gimme. Missed return handed to the other side. Opportunity to tie it on the paddle of Rafa Hewett.
7-8-1. Second serve. Seven, 8-2.
Full scramble, and Deckelbar closes the door on any hope for it. Ball back to McGuffin and Barr. Looking to extend this match to 3. They had a 3-gamer against
8-7-1.
their round of 32 opponents as well, they being McGuffin and Barr. Heavy rip off the tape.
Point.
Deckelbar says he's sorry, he doesn't mean it. And now a couple more, and this is going to 3 as
9-7-1.
might have expected.
Point. Game point.
Heavy serve.
In tennis together as well.
Point game, switch ins.
Missed return, and Tyson McGuffin and Deckelbar right back in it, right back to it. Game 3 just around the corner. Will it be an upset, or will the OGs prevail? Find out after the break. We'll start on the paddle of Tyson McGuffin. Oncins testing Tyson McGuffin early, and obviously a bit too high there. Tyson McGuffin makes him eat it.
Side out. Zero, 1-1. Second serve. Zero, 1-2.
It's a wicked drive from Oncins. Rafa Hewett almost getting a hold of it. No dice. Quick side out, quick hold for McGuffin and Barr. The race to 6 begins. Over on grandstand, women's doubles underway. Annalie Waters and Catherine Parento entering into the round of 32, and there's Eric Oncins exploding.
1-0-2. Spot out. Zero, 1-1. Point.
Heavy drive, big miss from Dekel Barr.
1-1-1.
Perfect spot for Tyson McGuffin.
Yeah, great volley there from Tyson. That ball was dipping aggressively.
1-1-2.
And a beautiful return to the corner. Dekel Barr buries it to the same spot after unwinding the stack 2. It's a long way to run.
1-1-1.
Two in a row for Dekel Barr, and Tyson McGuffin is on the brink of the bark. You can feel it.
2-1-1. Hang on. I'll recall. 2-1-1. Second serve.
And Ryan, I would almost put money on Annalie and Catherine ending their match as
2-1-2.
long as this game 3 lasts.
Yeah, it's a bad bet for me to take.
No disrespect to anyone they're playing. It's just the way that they cruise through matches up until
1-2-1.
semis, I would say.
Point. Two, 2-1.
And if you're hearing the oohs and ahs, that's what the fans are watching over on grandstand, and Rafa Hewett buries it.
Point. 3-2-1. Second serve.
For all the folks at home, easiest strategy on the thirds if you've got a good hybrid or drive is just hit it at the person returning. It makes it infinitely tougher to handle that on the run, or make sure you're split stepping before. So,
Oh,
come on, Rafa.
around the back attempt. He could have got it. Just
I know.
playing straight up on that.
That's the Rafa experience. You can't get out of your seatbelt. You're on it through the ups and downs and the curves.
Miranda, why did you send Jen to Tiffany?
2-3-1. Second serve.
Wind is picked up a little bit. Dekel and Tyson are going to have some wind at their back, so
2-3-2.
need to be mindful of max power here on drives.
Well,
And he said no.
No problem there.
Thank you for that advice, Ryan.
no issue. Thank you very much, says Dekel Barr. And great person to watch with just natural
3-2.
power through the stroke.
Point.
And a swift drop to the backhand of Rafa Hewett. And they're right back in it, inches.
4-3-2.
Ooh, there's the intent there for Rafa Hewett. 5-3, the damage now for McGuffin and Barr. There's the ride. Strap in.
Yeah, this is the shaky part of that 1980s ride, that wooden one.
You feel like you might fall out.
Point.
I've been doing, which is being aggressive on the thirds, make them hit when they're unwinding, but got to get Rafa to be a little bit more patient in the kitchen. He can hang with these guys.
That is such a good drive from Tyson McGuffin.
7-3-2. Side out. Three, 7-1. Second serve. Three, 7-2.
Through the middle, consistency paying off to power. Tyson McGuffin earns the side out.
Seven, 3-1.
Well, Rafa Hewett gave it a last-ditch effort instead, converts it to an overhead. Tyson McGuffin says thank you.
Eight, 3, timeout. Receivers, 8-3-1.
Let's commend the pros that can balance it all. And Deckelbar back to serve, looking to continue the run.
Point.
And again, just unrelenting pressure from McGuffin and Barr.
Nine, 3-1.
And I'm not too far away with our bet earlier, Ryan. Pickle from Waters and Parento in game one, up a couple of points in game two, so it's still alive. Might be
9-3-2.
finishing their match before this game concluded.
Side out.
Rare miss there from the Tyson forehand. He does such a good job of cutting that ball off in the air, so not only is he doing the classical take time away from your opponent, but he's kind of implying that your dink wasn't good enough, and sometimes folks, of course, correct on that too much.
Second serve. Three, 9-2.
Deckelbar can't go anywhere on this guy. He's ready. Full anticipation, paddle out in front. Knew where Eric Oncins was targeting before he did.
You mentioned Diascu being one of the taller, bigger frames, covering his body so well, and Deckel's right up there with him. Even has a little bit more of that flicky counter punch, that strong wrist.
Rafa Hewett hits an out ball from Deckelbar and Tyson McGuffin, and now it's match point for the OGs.
10-3-1. Point game match.
And fitting way to end it. Deckelbar and Tyson McGuffin prevail. They will move on to the quarterfinals to